Veterans Day is coming up. You're seeing some veteran uniforms and veteran-themed practice jerseys, and our man Tyler Booker honoring our military and the veterans as well with his gear today. Let's talk about the big weekend with Tyler.
Yeah, it is Alabama LSU weekend. We'll discuss that with Tyler Booker on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. He joins us each week, courtesy of CraneWorks and RentalWorks. Tyler Booker's a big guy. The big guy says check out that big dog, CraneWorks and RentalWorks. Welcome to LSU week. How are you, Tyler?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Doing awesome. Thanks a lot. How fun listen, I know you guys tell us, they're all the same. Chattanooga's just like LSU or just like Auburn. But it's got to have a different feeling. How fun is it when you know game days come into town and the eyes of the world will be on Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, like we usually say, we don't like to concern ourselves with the external factors, but let's be real. Like growing up watching college game day, that's something that's that I always dreamed of playing in front of. I played in front of college game day a few times, and just very excited to go out and perform. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, I played in front of college game day, but what will I do in front of college game day? You know what I mean? So that's really my main focus: making sure I have a great performance, making sure we prepare the right way, and really just take advantage of the platform that we're being given. You know.
As a guy that actually is playing the game, you see it differently. So when you break down film on this LSU defense, it's much maligned. People are like, this defense, their offense is great, their defense is terrible, but they have some studs on that defense, do they not?
They definitely do. They have a really strong interior defensive line. They're really good up front, and as everybody in the whole country knows, Harold Perkins is a game wrecker, you know. So we have to be on our toes as an offense this week and really just be even more communicative throughout the offensive line and just making sure we have great communication, going to the right spots, and just executing. But that's as an offense as a whole, because they're a really good defense.
They too had a bye weekend, no game this past weekend. I assume most of the fans who notice that say, "Oh, that's 2 weeks for Alabama to prepare for LSU, and 2 weeks for LSU to prepare for Alabama." For those of us that aren't there at practice, how much preparation goes in last week for the LSU opponents? And I wonder, they're probably doing the same thing in Baton Rouge. Did you guys work LSU at all last week, or was it all on yourselves?
It was a majority on ourselves. You know, we took that week to look at what we didn't do the best in the front end of the season and really focus on the things that we really need to do better. So for myself, last week I focused on just playing with my hands inside a little bit more, footwork, how I can shorten up communication with the tackle. So just little things to better myself for the rest of the season. You know? Yeah, of course we looked at them a little bit. Like I watched them on LSU by myself. But yeah, last week was a get better week rather than focus on LSU, prepare for LSU.
Tyler Booker is with us, the Alabama offensive lineman, joins us each week courtesy of CraneWorks and RentalWorks. The big guy says check out the big dog, CraneWorks and RentalWorks. We ask you about revenge against Tennessee, and you're like, it's an external factor, man. We don't play for revenge. But after the game, everybody talked about, that became a very personal game for us. The Alabama players are saying that. Is the same thing in effect against LSU because of the way you lost that game last year?
Well, like I said, against Tennessee, last year's team. You know, we have a new team, have a new coordinator. They're a new team, so it's just what are we going to do? What legacy are we going to leave? What memory are we going to leave against LSU this year? You know what I mean? So obviously, though, the majority of us remember the feeling from last year, and we're just going to let that drive us for this week.
The first college football playoff rankings are tomorrow night. They'll be released. Is that even on your radar? Do you care anything about that?
No. We just have to do everything in our power to be recognized in the top 4 teams. You know, the top 4 teams aren't decided tomorrow night. They're decided a lot later. But in between now and then, we have to make sure that we're doing everything in our power to be seen as one of those top 4 teams.
Tell me, the last time game day was in town was for Texas earlier this year, a loss for you guys. Tell me, as these guys roll back into town, how Alabama has gotten better since that game. What are you doing better now as a team that maybe you were not doing as well back then?
We're executing it. Like I said from the jump, it was going to take a little while for us to get accustomed to playing with each other, playing for the new coordinators. But we're executing a lot better, and we're still not there yet. But the thing that's most encouraging is we get better each week. You know what I mean? We find stuff on our scheme that works for us better each week. So like, it's not just us as players getting better; it's the coordinators getting better, it's the position coaches getting better. It's just a complete commitment to excellence by everybody in the building. So everybody's bought in, and we see the potential that we have, and everybody's just excited to reach it.
If you had to guess, has there ever been a player in Alabama history better about not talking about external factors than you?
I think I should be the best. I think the best.
I mean,
we'll see. It's a lot of season left, so
I know. I mean, do you have a control panel? Does Nick Saban just open it up and he inserts that into you, or is it just osmosis? How do you learn not to talk about game day coming to town and revenge and all those things?
So there's a big TV behind my phone, and I get a check mark to talk about it, and a big red X behind it.
Yeah.
Just going by that red X. And the green check mark.
Oh, trust me, I know every office. I know every office in that football building, and I know when it's a big game week on where you're doing your live shop from.
What did you do?
Josh, we got it.
You never sent us a photo of the chicken and broccoli pizza, and we will not forgive you for that. How was it this weekend?
I ate it too fast. It was amazing. I got it from Modern Pizza. See, Modern Pizza, that's my favorite spot, but it's not one of the bigger ones like Sally's and Pepe's. But Modern, that's the real New Haven is no Modern.
Yeah.
all the tourists.
Now, I know you said Saban would not appreciate the fact that you
don't walk on his NIL. He's trying to get free stuff back in New Haven right now.
Oh, I'm sure he's
fine.
putting that out.
Let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Now, I asked you, though, last time if you could eat the whole thing, and you said absolutely, but Coach Saban wouldn't like that. But since you were on a bye, did you indulge and finish off the entire pie?
I had 3 slices. I shared it with my family.
Yeah,
I had 3.
Man, that's pretty impressive.
That's an appetizer.
Yeah. Well, go have a great week, man. Have a great week, and I hope you're in this kind of mood next Monday too, man. I love it when you're laughing.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck against LSU, Tyler. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. Tyler Booker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.
My low-key prediction there.
Tyler joins us each week. I noticed. Tyler joins us each week, courtesy of CraneWorks and RentalWorks. The big guy says, look for the big dog, CraneWorks and RentalWorks.
All right.